Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Did you just wake up today, or you're still sleeping? Wake up! Anyway. Good morning, everybody. It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here. Still a little bit tired, but I'm back again with another video right here on the very evil, very dark, and mysterious Shadow's Lair 2.0. And this is episode number 74. The eve before the Diamond Show. Number 75, which will be coming on 4th of July. So, episode 74 of the Shadow's Lair 2.0 series. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there in my pants. In the Shadow Realm. So, subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment on the video if you like, but if you leave stupid comments, for the love of God, do not do that, because I will send you to that Shadow Realm, to a different level, and it won't be pretty. You'll get blocked, and your comment will go bye-bye along with you, because you'll get sent to the Shadow Realm, where Satan will eat your soul! So please don't do that. Be respectful of the channel and my rules. If not, go to your dead channel with 21 subs that nobody gives two fucks about, and you can pretty much rot in hell. So don't do that. Be respectful. And if not, get out of here. Go to your dead channel that nobody gives two fucks about. But everybody else, you can leave a comment on the topic at hand. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Please do not forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you missed any of my videos, well, you suck. And you're pretty much SOL. And you better know what that means by now. And if you don't know what it means, look it up. And that's all I can say about that. So once again, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on the video, hit the bell for more. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a cold one. Well, I just got up, so I haven't had my cold one. Actually, I do. Right here. Fruit punch. So, grab yourself your own cold one, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. You like it? Great. You don't get out of here, go to your own channel, or go to somebody else's channel and have fun there. Or do your shit there. I don't give a shit. That's all I gotta say about that. Because you're not gonna do your shit here. If you think that I can't take constructive criticism, then you don't know me very well, do you? I can take criticism, but if you're gonna just say stupid fucking shit and lie about it and have no proof about it, then you could pretty much kiss my rosy red ass, Mahoney, and suck my dick. That's all I gotta say about that. Let me move on. Alright, a good morning to you all. Like I said, it is 9 o'clock in the morning. I just got up a little while ago. Had a really rough night after watching... Well, I did rewatch SmackDown, the USA feed, and, I mean, SmackDown was SmackDown. I did watch it up till the Punk Cena segment, then I fell asleep. I was, like, out of it. I'm not watching this shit. Blech. Went to sleep. I went to bed early because I was tired all day. You know, I'm still, feeling like shit because of my tooth and everything that came out. I don't know if I can show it, but I know some people have seen it, and they're like, oh, look at Chuck! You know, hey, you guys! You know, but, you know, I'm a little bit drugged up, so, you know, bear with me, because I'm on Z-Pack, you see it, Z-Pack, actually I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be taking this after I do this video, and then I got one more left. So after tomorrow, you know, I don't have to take a Z-Pack for, I would say, another week or so, because I do gotta get more dental work done, next week, not this coming week, going into All In. That's gonna be an adventure. because I gotta get all those videos up and I can't talk, can't do it, obviously. So yeah, so I'm healing up. It's the tooth, the area around my tooth is over here. It's healing up, slowly. It still hurts. It sucks. I gotta eat on my left side now. I can't eat solid food for up until I think Monday or Tuesday. So I've been having soup, mac and cheese, rice, crackers. I can have crackers, which is good. Bread and butter. No soft stuff for a couple of days, but I think Monday I'm gonna start having a little bit hard food like hamburgers and hot dogs and maybe some pizza. But I gotta cut it up into individual pieces so it doesn't get gooey and it doesn't ruin my mouth and shit. So yeah. So by all in weekend, I'm gonna start getting a new bridge around my mouth. So I gotta get Roto-Rooter, basically. My mouth is not the greatest, but, so I neglected it for a little while, and, you don't go to the dentist for a while, and your teeth start to, if you don't take care of it. But I brush pretty much every other day, so, it's a mess. I'll just say, my mouth is a mess, so, but I'm getting it done. I have a great dentist. Unlike the other dentists I've had, but this dentist is very good. I actually can watch TV while I'm getting my teeth done. It's great. It's so great. I get to watch Raw. I don't have to watch Raw, but, I watch some stuff on Netflix. I watch Cobra Kai or whatever I felt, whatever I want. Well, I'm getting my teeth done. Unless I'm knocked out, then I can't watch anything, I got the nitrous, where they just knocked me out with anesthesia or whatever. Well, Roto-Rooter in my mouth, so. The only thing I hope for is that my insurance covers all this shit. If not, I'm fucked. But I can't pay $5,000 to get my mouth fucking done. And that broken tooth, I'm getting a partial put in probably after I get the bridge done. And I gotta get a tooth extracted over here, so I gotta set that appointment up. I don't know when, but that's that. And then I got other appointments I gotta do, but I gotta get a back MRI, back and neck MRI. I get my knee MRI again, because I gotta update it, for my medical records and everything. So, it's gonna be an interesting summer, but by the time we hit August, I finally will be taking a vacation, because I need to take a vacation. I need to get out of New York. And, I know it's the summer, it's heating up. Today is actually going to be 81, 83 degrees. A little bit of rain later today. Got some thunder boomers later. And then tomorrow, back into the heat box we go with 90-degree weather all the way up until 4th of July weekend, when it's not going to be that hot, thank the Lord for that. But, just got to get through the next 4 days of heat. So, it is what it is. As we start the month of July on Tuesday. But, anyway, I'm doing okay. Regardless of what, my mouth and my other ailments that I'm dealing with, I'm doing okay. And, after Night of Champions, I'm going out with some friends. We're going to see Megan 2 tonight, and from what I heard, it is very, very scary. It's very good. Mrs. is coming with me tonight too, and we saw Megan 1. It was crazy. Like, what the fuck? Megan is basically like the next Chucky, if you think about it. You can't kill me. I'll be back. I always come back. Yeah, that's why you made Cedar Chucky. Oh. Cedar Chucky was alright. Cult of Chucky, not so much. Not so much. And then they had the TV show, which lasted 2 seasons. It was good. They were thinking of a 3rd season, but then they're like, USA Network said, no, not doing that. Fucking bullshit. And they were thinking of having a Halloween TV series I don't know what's happened with that. They're thinking of doing another Friday the 13th reboot. If that happens, I don't know. There was rumors of Halloween being rebooted again. Like a third reboot. I'm like, why? I mean, it makes sense because Halloween Ends the way it ended. The way that whole thing ended, that trilogy, the John Carpenter trilogy that came out, was Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends is probably the worst of that. I mean, it sucked so bad. I know the whole copycat storyline where Michael gives his powers to some guy and everybody thinks it's Michael at the end. It's not. Because if that was Michael at the end, fighting Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, which we all thought was gonna die in that movie, which she didn't. Michael gets the fucking shit beat out of him at that end of that movie. And then the way he gets killed is so stupid. You drop a refrigerator on him, and it kills him? What? I mean, I walked out of the theater looking really fucking pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, she killed basically the copycat Michael. Because, the real Michael has way more power, is more powerful, is still lurking around. So I'm thinking they're gonna reboot this, and I would love for them the first reboot movie to go with the remnants of the aftermath of Halloween Ends. I know, I think one of Laurie Strode's daughters got killed, I think in the second Halloween movie. So I think the other daughter's alive, so they can start a new arc with her story, and then, like it starts with, her daughter going to Jamie Lee Curtis's, basically her grave because she's old. Like, she died of natural causes, not because of Michael, because of, natural causes and shit. And then she has to fight Michael, who's like 90, like an ancient mummy type Michael. I don't know what you could probably do there, but we'll see what happens with that. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great morning. If you just woke up, well, top of the morning to you, love. Go have some breakfast. Go have some bacon and go have a bacon and egg on a roll. It's always good in New York. Bacon, egg, and cheese here in New York. So good. Ow, just hurt myself doing that. Or have some cereal. Have some hash browns. Go to McDonald's, have a hash brown, and have a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, or biscuit, or whatever you're gonna get, man. Breakfast is breakfast, like pussy is pussy. But, I had that last night. But I digress. But, hope you have a great morning. We got Night of Champions coming up in a few hours from the Land of Sand, Saudi Arabia, which we had SmackDown last night. I think Raw's gonna be on. I think Raw is from Saudi Arabia. I don't know where Raw is this Monday night. It's at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Raw. So as you're coming home from work, hopefully you can get home in time from work and get to watch Monday Night Raw, unless you're in the West Coast, then you're fucked. Because you're going to get it at 3 o'clock, and most of you will be in the West Coast will be working in Europe. You're going to be it's going to be like 11 o'clock at night. So you're going to be going to sleep watching Monday Night Raw. Your 2.5-hour cure for insomnia. And that's that. Alright, no, but that boo funky. Let's get to the videos at hand. I will be doing Raw and SmackDown pretty much after this. Probably like another, I'm going to do this video, edit and upload it, and then probably about 11:30, 12 o'clock, I will be doing my Raw and SmackDown review leading into the pay-per-view. So, right now on episode 74 of The Shadow Slayer, thank you for watching once again. It is time for your WWE Night of Champions predictions. Night of Champions comes your way at 1 p.m. Eastern Time later today on pay-per-view, on Netflix, which fucks up, or anywhere you're gonna watch it. Alright, so we got that came out weird. We got 6 matches on the card. We also have the finals of the Queen and King of the Ring. I'll get to that in a little bit, because the winners of that, the winners of the King and Queen of the Ring get to face the world champion of their brand. So, we'll see what happens with that. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. And some of this predictions and my analysis and everything is coming from Raw and SmackDown. So when you do watch my Raw and SmackDown review a little bit later, you'll know how this come about. I'm like, oh, here we go. Watch my video. There you go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got 6 matches, like I said. It should last about 3 hours. Probably be over by 4 o'clock-ish, 4:15. Maybe 4:30 the latest, but... So it's gonna be a good afternoon. We're gonna have some lunch while watching pay-per-view, and then we can, after the pay-per-view, we can go out and have fun, go to the movies, go to a concert, go to a ball game, do whatever the fuck we want. Yeah, I know the Mets lost last night. They got destroyed. Seems like every time they run through Pittsburgh, it's just like Pittsburgh is like the kryptonite of the Mets. So that 2-game losing streak ended last night. They lost 9-1. Ugh. So we'll see what happens today at 4 o'clock. Black Bum is pictured today, so you know that's probably be a loss. If they're gonna get swept, if they get swept in Pittsburgh, it's just wrong. And I think Philly won, so the Mets are a half game back in second place, so they're going back and forth right before the All-Star break. So after this weekend, I think Monday or Tuesday, we got that, they got Milwaukee, which it's not going to be easy either, because they're good. And then they got the Yankees coming in. Oh boy. Yankees aren't doing any good. They lost to the Athletics they didn't lose last night. They lost the night before, I think, to the Athletics. I think they won last night. It's the Athletics. You can't beat the Athletics. That's just sad. I know the Mets won 2 or 3 for them this past year, so I'm not saying anything bad about that. They should have swept them. The last game they should have won. That Sunday game they should have won, but they just, at the end. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so 6 matches on the card. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with a singles match with Sami Zayn, the hometown boy, because he is from Saudi Arabia. He's Arab. He has Arabic nationality. So he's going to be there. He's going to get a big ovation like he did at the kickoff show. Or so he thought, there's a few boos here and there. So Sami Zayn's going to take on a guy who's never been on pay-per-view in a while. Finally gets a good match, and he finally gets on pay-per-view, and that's Killer Kross with the lovely skirted Voodoo at ringside. So, it should be a decent match. Killer Kross has been a thorn in Sami Zayn's side for the last month or two, because he's like, oh, Sami, you should listen to me, and we can get you to the World Heavyweight title that you'll never win, blah, blah, blah. And Sami's like, stop, Sami knows he's in his head, and Sami's like, he finally had enough of Killer Kross, punched him in the mouth on Raw, and then at the kickoff show, Killer Kross like, I'm going to put my arm down your throat in your hometown, basically show you why I'm Killer Kross. As much as I hope and pray Killer Kross wins a match finally, it would be nice if he wins this match against Sami Zayn in Sami Zayn's home country. I gotta go with the hometown boy. So I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn to beat Killer Kross and get his, hometown cheering and all that shit. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'm gonna go with Sami Lame to pick up the win, and that's that. Alright, then we go to a street fight, which you don't really see in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, but we're gonna get a street fight with the ladies. We got Mommy Rhea Ripley, my brutality! Alright, she's taking on Raquel Brute, I can't even do it. Rodriguez, one half of the women's tag team champions, as we all know, Liv Morgan's going to be out for probably the rest of the year with her dislocated shoulder, and they're still not going to do anything with the belts. Oh, Liv's out for 6 months. We're not gonna crown tag team champions. That is just stupid. Back in the day, when one half of the tag team champions got hurt, they had to vacate the titles, or they they do the old, not the Freebird rule per se, but they got another member to team up with them. So I was thinking, like, okay, Roxanne Perez is sort of in the Judgment Day. Why can't Roxanne Perez take over for Liv Morgan, do like, what Naomi did when she took out Jade and she teamed up with Bianca Belair to become the tag team champions? Why can't Roxanne Perez and Raquel be the tag team champions? Ha! What are you missing, Hunter? Do I have to book everything for you? Jesus Christ. So anyway, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez, kind of reliving their NXT days. They've had street fights in NXT. I mean, wars. When Mommy was just coming up in NXT, Raquel was just a beast in NXT. They were fighting. They had a hellacious match. I forgot what pay-per-view that was. What takeover that was, I think. They had a really, really not brutality, but brutal match at NXT, where I think Raquel hit the Tahana bomb through the stage, and that was crazy. So you can only imagine what's going to happen later today with them. And they've been fighting, Raquel's been getting back in Mommy's business and everything, and Mommy basically helped I think Mommy helped Asuka actually win over Roxanne Perez, I believe. No, helped Jade to pin Roxanne Perez. And then they started fighting, and, over the last couple of Raws, they've been arguing and fighting, and then at the kickoff show, Mommy just, went right up to Raquel, and I thought they were going to fight right there, right in front of Michael Cole, Michael Cole's going to do anything. Let him fight, Michael, fuck him. So it's going to be brutal, it's going to be exciting, no blood, obviously, but I'm going to go with Mommy Rhea Ripley to pick up the victory, and then, I guess see who comes out of, see if she can get back her title that she lost from Io, and we don't know what Io's doing right now, but storyline-wise, it looks like Io and Asuka, my first wife, and my third amazingly hot Asian wife, might be going at it at SummerSlam, or then Io might face Jade, but I'll get to that in just a second. Alright, so Mommy Rhea Ripley, Mommy Rhea Ripley will beat Raquel Rodriguez in this Riyadh street fight. And that's that. Alright, then we saw a couple of title matches online. We'll get to the big one later. That's going to be the main event. Alright, so we're going to go to the United States title on the line. We got the man who's all gas and no brakes. You know what I mean? Jacob Fatu! Alright, so he's going to take on, his former leader of the Timu bloodline, Solo Mibuki. I hate you, Solo! Alright, so this is going to be for the United States title. JC Mateo should be at ringside for this match. These guys have been going at it, for the past 2 weeks. Solo and Jacob have been kind of arguing here and there. You're seeing some tension in the remnants of the fake bloodline. Jacob wins the title from Eli Drake, obviously. He's been doing some good stuff, and Solo's kind of getting a little bit jelly. And then you bring in JC Mateo or Jeff Cobb to kind of help and everything. because the Gates of Agony, or not Gates of Agony, sorry, the Guerrillas of Destiny are hurt again. We don't know when Tama Tonga's coming back with that wrist injury. We don't know when Tonga Loa is coming back from whatever injury he has. Herculeo is in the company. He was on main event. He was backstage on SmackDown, so he might be debuting tonight or later today. So we'll see what happens with that. As we saw SmackDown last week, a couple of SmackDowns ago, Solo was talking to JC Mateo. He's saying, I'm just using Jacob, just to bring you in and shit like that. And Jacob heard it, and then that's when the card started to fall. And then Jacob's like, he was like, I hate you, Solo, and everything, blah, blah, blah. And Jacob cost Solo the chance to be Mr. Money in the Bank. And then basically, as we saw 2 weeks ago, Jacob threw the title down, on the ground, laying the line in the sand, and says, we've had problems, but it's not. Maybe I'm not the problem. The title's the problem. So how about you fight me for the title, and then we can resolve this shit. So Solo kind of reluctantly agreed to it. And then you bring in Jimmy Uso after Solo and JC Mateo beat the fuck out of Jacob. Jimmy comes in to save him, not once, but twice, as we saw last night. And it seems like Jimmy and Jacob are kind of forming a little bit of a tag team, or, Jimmy's trying to bring Jacob over to Roman's side, and we might not going to see Roman tonight, obviously. Right? I would be shocked if we see Roman, but Roman's coming back at SummerSlam, like I told you before. So, and I told you Jacob was going to turn from Solo's team and join up with Roman's team as we get towards Survivor Series. Because Herculeo may debut today and beat up Jacob. I don't think he will cost Jacob the title. So who wants to see Solo with the United States title? So yeah. So I'm going to go with Jacob to win the match, but I think maybe afterwards JC Mateo comes in, and then Herculeo comes in, and we don't know what side he's on, and he sides with Solo. So Solo will have JC Mateo and Herculeo and the Guerrillas of Destiny whenever they come back. And then on the other side, Jacob will have Jimmy, possibly Jay, and then when Roman comes back. So there's your 4-on-4 right there, even though it's 5. So maybe Sami Zayn rejoins the Bloodline as the honorary Uce. And maybe we'll start feeling Ucy again, I don't know. But as far as this match goes, Jacob Fatu will retain. There's no way that Solo is going to win unless Herculeo costs Jacob the match. We got that. Alright, now we're going to go to the Queen and King of the Ring finals. Let's go to the ladies, because ladies first, of course. We got my first amazingly hot Asian wife. Nobody is ready for Asuka! Asuka's back after a long recovery from her, I think her shoulder, her knee. So she's back. She ran through the tournament, beating Alexa Bliss. Let me just check the tournament. Yeah. No, she beat Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, and Stephanie Figueroa. So that's Mommy helped Asuka the first round, and then Mommy basically helped Jade in the second round. And then Asuka beat Alexa Bliss in the second round, and then Jade Cargill beat Roxy in the semifinals. So we get to the finals. This is going to be a great match. The winner basically goes to face probably Io, because it receives a respective brand. So Jade is on Raw. I believe she's on Raw. Or she's on... No, isn't she on SmackDown? I don't know what brand Jade's on. I think Jade's on SmackDown. I'm just going to go with that. Asuka, we know, is on Raw. So it's going to be Asuka either going against Io, possibly, or Jade. She might face Io if she wanted to, or Jade faces Tiffany Stratton. So it's going to be a good match. A lot of people are picking Jade. I'm picking my girl, Asuka. It would be nice, and it kind of fits the storyline of Asuka and Io with, Asuka and Io had a little, backstage locker room, segment, not in Japanese, obviously, which would have been great. But, basically, Asuka's like, I'm gonna be Queen of the Ring! Not Empress of Tomorrow. Queen Asuka! And then we hear, Oi, Asuka Nissan! And then Io comes in, talks some English. It says, you will win Queen of the Ring for damage control! Yay, 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 yay! And then Asuka's like, there is no damage control. And then Io knew something was happening. She puts up the title, goes, I see you at SummerSlam. I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. The seeds have been planted. So I'm going to go with Asuka to pick up the victory, become Queen Asuka. And that's it. I do see Naomi possibly coming in and screwing this up with Jade. And then that match will happen at SummerSlam, which could be for the title if Jade does cash in on Tiffy Tiff between now and August. So we'll see. But I'm gonna go with Asuka to pick up the victory. Then we go to the men's final. We have Randy Orton and his mountainous voice. Your quads, Randy. Your quads. All right. So he takes on Cody. MDK on Cody. You bitch. All right. So Randy ran through the tournament. He beat Eli Drake, Carmelo Hayes, him, and Mr. Aleister Black to get to the semis to face Sami Zayn. He beat Sami with a little bit of help from, I think, Killer Cross. So Randy gets there. Cody's Road. Not Cody's Road, get it? Cody went through Shinsuke Nakamura, Poppy Priest, and Andrade. I was hoping it would be Shinsuke, but Shinsuke took the pin, obviously. Then he goes on to the semis, which we saw this past Monday on Raw, and a pretty good match with Jey Uso. So it's going to be Randy and Cody, a little bit of a legacy reunion. So it should be a good match. Obviously, everybody's picking Cody. Sadly, and this is sad for me, I am picking Cody to win. I would love for Randy to win and go on to face John Cena for the title at SummerSlam. But with the way the storylines are going, you can see it mostly. Cody is going to get his rematch against Cena at SummerSlam, lose, and that's pretty much it. So King Cody Rhodes is gonna be crowned at today at SummerSlam, and that's all I gotta say about that. What are you gonna do? No! So yeah, Cody Rhodes is gonna win, and we're gonna go, fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'm just grab my shit and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I'm gonna fuck this shit, I'm out. Okay. I know, that's gonna get clipped. Don't care. So I'm a pretty good singer, and you're not. Alright, so Cody Rhodes is gonna win the King of the Ring. That's it. Then we go to the main event of Night of Champions, the final match of the night, or the day, the night, whatever you want to like, for the undisputed WWE title. John Cena defends against Punk Life Bitch CM Puke. Alright, so that's all I'm going to say about that. It feels like 2011 all over again. Because I'm reliving that 14 years later with Cena's pipe bomb last week, which was fucking epic. Last night, Punk thinks he's great, goes back to 2005. Comes out like Thuganomics, Cena, Punk Life. And then he's rapping, and it's really bad. Looks like an idiot. If you haven't seen my short on my rant channel, you know my reaction to that shit. He looked like an idiot. I was like, dude, Kurt Angle could have came out and done way better. Remember when Cena, well, not Cena, I'm sorry. When Kurt Angle came out and freaking out-rapped Cena? I forgot what year that was. My name's Kurt Angle, and what the heck? I want to go metal with a broken freaking neck. That was great. I love that. Punk comes out and is like, oh, you rap in slow-mo. You can't wrestle. I mean, shut up. He had one good line. That was it. I was like, oh, shut up, Punk. You fake rapper. Get the fuck out of here, you garbage punk-like shit. So basically, this is Money in the Bank 14 years later. Vince is not there, obviously. Thank the Lord for that. You know, Punk wins. You know, Cena's, reign goes bye-bye. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we already planted the seeds for Cena, Cody 2, Electric Boogaloo at SummerSlam. So, obviously, I'm picking John Cena to beat CM Punk, get back that win from 14 years ago at Money in the Bank, and then pretty much Cena's going to go into the crowd and go, bye! Bye-bye, Punk. You go back to the drawing board, go back to Chicago, bang AJ Lee, and go fuck yourself. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, Cena's going to retain, and that's going to be it. Alright, so that is my predictions. Once again, I got Sami Zayn to beat Killer Kross, Molly Rhea Ripley to beat Raquel Rodriguez in that street fight, Jacob Fatu, Yamin, to retain the United States title. Julio may debut in that match. We'll see. I got Asuka to become Queen of the Ring over Jade Cargill and face Io at SummerSlam. And I got Cody Rhodes, sadly, to become King of the Ring, face Cena at SummerSlam, and Cena will retain the title over CM Punk. And that's it. That's my predictions. Let me know your predictions down below in the comments section, and we'll talk about it like Trick Willie would say. So that's it. Alright, so episode 74 is in the can. Episode 75, the Diamond Diamond Show, will be coming your way this Friday. I'll be doing a little bit of a vlog on Friday, talk about July 4th, my July 4th weekend festivities, and just chilling for episode 75, and that's pretty much it for that. So stay tuned for that. Please hit that bell so you don't miss it, because if you do, well, you need to get a firecracker put up your ass, and your ass just exploding like you have exploding diarrhea after eating Taco Bell. But that's all I gotta say about that. All right, I'm out of here. Gonna have some breakfast, and I'm gonna get ready for Night of Champions. I will be back. Well, actually, before we get to that, I gotta do Raw and SmackDown real quick, and then I'm gonna have my breakfast, then get to Night of Champions, and then later today, video number 3 on your scorecard, your Night of Champions review. It'll be coming later today, not tonight, obviously not later today, but later tonight, because like I said, I will be going out after Night of Champions to hang out with my friends and hang out with the missus, and that's all I gotta say about that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, peace.